Good early evening, everyone. T-Speak a 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future. Did you bite OG? So at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America, we're about 2 hours and 5 minutes away from the daily close, and I just wanted to come to you because I know we've, Bitcoin retraced a little bit. We talked about this earlier about possibly, it's not a huge retrace if it wanted to. It was to come down and retest the old area of resistance as support. And right now it looks like it's coming down to do that. 65,000, 64,865 is that area. So that's what we were looking at as a possible retrace earlier. So see if that comes to fruition or not. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. It's down 1.04% today. So it made a giant, I don't know what the fuck you'd call this up here, but that 46.91 is that old resistance that is trying to prove support right now. So we're going to take a close eye on that. And then we got the Bitcoin ETF that's down almost 1% in after hours, but it actually it was up 3.2% today. So now that we got taken care of that in Bitcoin, let's see what's going on with XRP. XRP had a little bit of a move today. A little bit of a move. Made it up here to $1.15, and now we've retraced just slightly. Not terrible though, guys. Not yet. Only down about 1.2% from the top. But this is healthy. XRP would have to pull back and prove 113 as support. You can see that W that we were talking about that formed in there. This up and down wicks. Now is the important part. We passed that cup. We're retracing right on the cup. I mean, we can move this up and just say, hey, we broke this. And that can be the top of the cup right there. And you can base it right on that. That's what you want to break and pass right there. If we can hold this and keep pushing, well, now we're pushing up to that 123 level. Well, technically, the next move would be 118. We've talked about this. So, now that we've broken out of this little nightmare, get rid of some of this so that we can see what's going on. Now we can extend this uptrend to see how it might actually look to $1.23 area roughly. So I mean, if we follow the uptrend like that, we could look like something like that. So in the immediate short term with XRP, if we bring it into a smaller time frame, we're trying to prove this support at 113.9, which you could say 113, but we're going to the top end because we're trying to make sure. So, I mean, from what I'm seeing, we didn't get a lot of volume, but on the sell dump, I mean, we're not getting a ton, only on that one push down. So let's see how this plays out. It looks to be copying Bitcoin as it pushed down a little bit. Since we're getting closer to 8 o'clock, we could pull down right before 8. And come down to some real numbers. But what we're looking for right now for XRP is simple. Stay where we're at. That push today from 108 to 113 is big. It gives us more defined. It's a more defined push on the daily. With XLM, we've got a very nice W that formed up here in the 1 minute. So, if you're asking me, this could be the start of a next push for XLM, because that 38.5 is what it needed to hold. And seeing that it's starting this giant W on this spot, if I was going somewhere, this wouldn't be a bad option. Look at that extension from 37 to 38, 39. You're probably going to get an extension up to 41. If it breaks this area, I don't see any reason why I couldn't get up there. But we're going to have to see, because we got uptrends forming now. So if we can keep pushing out of this area, this is an area where if XLM pushes out of here, this is why I've been so hard on this area, because if we can push through it and this cup ends at 43, if we can push through 43.1, we have a legitimate shot to break out back to the top of the symmetrical triangle that has been cut off for 3/4 of the pattern. So that's what I'm hoping for. Is it guaranteed? No. But it looks better every day Bitcoin keeps going up. So that could be a play right there with XLM. I'm debating very hard about XLM because I know it's going to do what it's doing with the current motion with Bitcoin. But if XLM does pull that move off, that's going to be a pretty substantial gain. I mean, just up to 43 to finish the move to 43, that's a pretty big move from here. It's about 11%. And then if you were to finish the gigantic move, which that's a big move. But I'm saying 10 or 11% right out of here as an almost guarantee if we buy it at the right spot, because XLM is going to retrace a little bit with Bitcoin. I mean, this was all but predictable. It has to go down to its old level. So I said earlier, let's see what happens, because our altcoins are going to end up following it a little bit, and we could get a minor dump. But it's nothing I think to worry about. I think this is healthy. I think this is what we would need to do to support a move up with the altcoins. So just pay attention. I'll keep you updated, especially at 8 o'clock. I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? No motherfucking way you should, but I will come here each and every day and show you exactly what I think is going to happen and show you the trends we're in. And then, you know, we can base it from there, but I'll give you my opinion. But I still have a strong opinion on DGB. If it breaks this uptrend, you've got the first couple moves here. You've got 5-7, 6-1, and then all the way up here at 7-9. I think it's severely undervalued. The only problem is on Uphold, they're raping you with it. They're absolutely bending you over a barrel. And they're making you tickle your own balls because you're not going to be able to afford anything else. They have it up charged by like 1 cent. So that's not cool. They've got you wanted, they want you to pay 6 cents for DGB on Uphold right now. That's absolute robbery. We're complaining about 1.5% upcharges. Do you know what 1 cent to have to buy over 6 cents is right now? I mean, you're talking 3%. That's a lot of money. Or more than that. What am I talking about, 3%? We're talking, they want like a 20% upcharge right now. How are you supposed to do business like that? So for that reason and that reason alone, I can't buy DGB. Unless that comes down. I haven't checked it in a few hours, but that was a couple days in a row it's been like that. So, but I mean, there is a move to be made with DGB, and it sucks because I would love to be a part of this. But if it's going to charge me, yeah, they're charging me an upcharge of 16% if I'm trying to get an DGB. Like, what the fuck? But it's on an uptrend. There's no doubt about that. And it would be a nice one to get into, especially when it taps this uptrend. Now that it created this, you often see this. You see this W, and then you'll get one last test, and then boom. So that's what we're watching on DGB. Just be aware of the upcharges. It's real on DGB right now for some reason. So that's what we're watching with. If Bitcoin continues to retrace, I wouldn't expect anything less than what we're seeing on XRP, because we had to retest to 113. And you know what? Just for confusion's sake, I'm not going to keep that at 113.9. I'm going to put it right at $1.13, because then we know what we have to stay over to be bullish, which we're already extremely bullish. I've been telling you this for the better part of a week, 2 weeks. We need to make some kind of move, and I've been just telling you guys to sit patient because I know something's got to give. So it looks like it's starting to do that, and it's starting to, you know, to me, it looks like it's forming a giant hanging W right here with XRP. And if that's the case, this can be a massive, I mean, am I crazy? And then if it does something like that, I mean, that could be what propels us up. Look how big that is. I know it can dump, but that's usually a reversal pattern right there. W reversal, at least to the top of the W. So, I mean, $1.23 looks all but guaranteed to me. So then you look at it with XLM, it's the same thing. It's starting to create something up here, but it's already broke out of its spot where XRP's stuck at. So that's why it looks slightly different. But there's a lot of patterns here that are developing, ladies and gentlemen. Like DGB's doing the same thing, these giant W's. We're about to get paid. Zill, V-Chain. V-Chain came up a little bit. But I mean, that went sideways and down right off the uptrend. So this is looking great. These are all looking good. I think these look pretty good. See how Doge looks. Those don't look bad. None of these look bad. Those looks like it wants to come back up like we were saying the other day to try to finish off this 27.26. How far is that from here? Just to give everybody an idea. And that's about 7% to there. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure to hit that motherfucking like button. And stay blessed, everybody. And make sure to hit that hashtag, be better, do better. It's not about just helping yourself. It's about helping everybody else around you.